In the heart of Geneva, where the world's finest timepieces are born, a secret society of watchmakers has existed for centuries. They are the guardians of horological excellence, their creations coveted by the elite. At the same time, in Bavaria in 1881, Hans Wilsdorf was born. He grew up in an era when watches were designed to be pinned to a garment or carried in a pocket. Although some watchmakers were experimenting with wristwatches, they were mostly regarded as women's jewelry. No one believed it possible to make a wristwatch rugged enough for a man's use. Yet, a more active, outdoor future was beckoning for both men and women, and Hans Wilsdorf saw it. Aged just 24, already fascinated by watch movements and their accuracy, he understood precisely where he could make a difference. Ignoring the incredulity of his peers, he decided to take a risk and began his campaign to deliver a truly modern timepiece, fit for the 20th century. In 1905, he started to work with a small Swiss watch manufacturer in Bienne that was producing some unusually compact watch movements. These he took to London, where he had them fitted into cases, and that same year he was able to set up his own watchmaking company. His ambition was to create a timepiece that was not just accurate, but also elegant and reliable, a watch that could withstand the test of time. Little did he know that his creation would become a symbol of luxury and precision. In 1908, Hans Wilsdorf experienced a moment of inspiration. As he rode on the upper deck of a horse-drawn omnibus through London's Cheapside, he later recalled, "A genie whispered 'Rolex' in my ear." After a long search for the perfect name, he had found it. A short, memorable word with a strong sound, easy to pronounce worldwide, and stylish on a watch dial. Wilsdorf registered the trademark within days. Rolex, a name that rolled off the tongue and was as timeless as the watches they aspired to create. By 1910, his innovation was recognized with the first chronometric precision certificate ever awarded to a wristwatch by the official watch rating center at Bienne, Switzerland. 4 years later, a Rolex received a prestigious Class A precision certificate from London's observatory at Kew, an honor previously reserved for marine chronometers, the era's most accurate timepieces. Wilsdorf had achieved this breakthrough in a wristwatch, and he hadn't yet turned 30. Rolex's reputation flourished, and in 1919, Wilsdorf moved operations permanently to Geneva. There, he inspired Swiss craftsmen and engineers to join him in pushing the boundaries of watchmaking. In 1931, the now iconic five-pointed crown was introduced, forever linked with the Rolex name beneath it, a testament to Wilsdorf's motto, to produce nothing but beautiful work. Hans Wilsdorf was not only a visionary, but a brilliant leader. He encouraged his team to reach beyond conventional limits. Rolex must continuously strive to think and act differently from the rest. "Therein lies my greatest strength," he declared. In 1926, Rolex unveiled the Oyster, the world's first waterproof wristwatch. Wilsdorf foresaw a new generation of adventure seekers, and in 1927, British swimmer Mercedes Gleitze made headlines as the first British woman to swim the English Channel, wearing a Rolex Oyster. She became Rolex's first testimony, opening a path for future athletes, explorers, and artists, each showcasing the brand's excellence. Like an oyster, it can remain an unlimited time underwater without detriment to its parts, he said. Then, in 1931, the Rolex Oyster Perpetual was introduced. This self-winding watch, powered by the wearer's movements, brought about the perpetual spirit, which would drive the company forward indefinitely. For Wilsdorf, each Rolex embodied quality and represented the brand to the world, with marketing as a means of sharing its integrity. "What has been achieved in the past strengthens my faith in the future," he affirmed. believing that the name Rolex would continue to stand for unparalleled quality and honor. In 1945, the company celebrated its 40th anniversary with the Rolex Datejust, featuring a date display on the dial. It became a global symbol of prestige. However, this milestone was marked by personal loss. Hans Wilsdorf's wife, Florence, passed away in 1944, leaving him bereaved. Having been orphaned at 12, he was now a 63-year-old widower with no heirs. Determined to protect Rolex's legacy, he set about ensuring the company's future, not only as a symbol of excellence, but also as a philanthropic force for good. Wilsdorf was also a master of marketing. He understood the power of branding and used innovative marketing techniques to promote Rolex. He sponsored expeditions to the Everest and the North Pole, showcasing the durability and reliability of Rolex watches in extreme conditions. These daring adventures helped to establish Rolex as a symbol of adventure and exploration. Behind the scenes, Rolex's commitment to innovation extended beyond the visible. The brand developed its own in-house alloys, including the highly corrosion-resistant 904L steel, ensuring unmatched durability and longevity. They also pioneered advancements in manufacturing techniques, such as the creation of specialized tools and machines to achieve unparalleled precision. It's the unprecedented precision and attention to detail that on July 20, 1996, a Rolex watch would become the key to a killer's downfall. Ronald Platt, a TV repairman, never knew his Rolex Datejust Oyster Perpetual would lead to justice. It would uncover a shocking tale of betrayal and murder. In 1990, Albert Johnson Walker, a Canadian financial advisor, scammed clients out of $3.2 million. Facing 18 charges for fraud and theft, he vanished, taking his 15-year-old daughter with him. In Europe, Walker shed his past, taking on a new name, David Davis. He settled in England with his daughter, posing as his wife. In England, Walker met Ronald Platt, a fellow Canadian. He convinced Platt to join him in business. Platt, however, wanted to go back to Canada. Walker offered him a one-way ticket and convinced him to leave behind key identification. As soon as Platt left, Walker stole his identity. But in 1995, Platt returned to England, broke and unaware of the trap awaiting him. Walker, fearing exposure, invited him on a fishing trip. There, Walker murdered Platt, weighing his body down with an anchor and dumping it into the sea. 2 weeks later, a fishing boat snagged Platt's body. The body was unrecognizable, but his Rolex watch had survived. The watch's serial number and internal records allowed police to trace it back to Platt. They also used its 48-hour power reserve to estimate the date of death, July 20, 1996. This was the break the police needed. David Davis was called in as Platt's business partner. Walker claimed Platt had gone to France, but neighbors had seen David Davis living as Ronald Platt. GPS data from Walker's boat confirmed his presence at the scene of the murder. On October 31, 1997, Walker was arrested. Despite overwhelming evidence, he pleaded not guilty. But in June 1998, Walker was convicted of murder and sentenced to life. The Rolex, Platt's silent witness, had brought justice, a testament to its unparalleled precision and attention to detail. As the 20th century unfolded, Rolex continued to push the boundaries of watchmaking. The Submariner, a dive watch that could withstand the immense pressure of the deep sea, was born. The Daytona, a chronograph designed for racing enthusiasts, became a symbol of speed and precision. And the GMT Master, with its iconic 24-hour bezel, was the perfect companion for globetrotters. Each Rolex watch was a masterpiece, crafted with meticulous attention to detail. The finest materials were sourced, and the most skilled artisans were employed to bring these timepieces to life. Rolex watches were not just instruments of timekeeping. They were works of art, objects of desire, and symbols of status. Today, Rolex remains a beacon of luxury and innovation. Its watches are coveted by collectors and worn by celebrities and royalty alike. The Rolex story is a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the enduring allure of timeless elegance.